Hey everyone, this is Kevin, your Aptrepreneur, and before we get into this video, I want to comment on a video I uploaded last night. For those of you who didn't see it, it's up, and it was a fun video. Hey everyone, this is Kevin, the Aptrepreneur, and before we get started on this topic, we're going to sidestep just a little bit. For those of you who's on my video, if you have a problem with me, why don't you give me a call? I know I got a lot of comments from people who said I was like having a tissy fit. I'm getting worked over or nothing. And then I had some comments that simply had LOL. So just to clear the air, because I anticipated this response, honestly. If anyone actually called the number, you would know what I was doing and you would understand I was not being serious. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. So with that out of the way, let us discuss the news today and the Philippine merger, or not the merger, the buyout, where Grab wants to buy Uber. That's under government, scrutiny over in the Philippines. Well, guess what? It got a little bit more complicated. The Philippine Competition Commission has summoned the two transport network companies, Uber and Grab, to hear their stance on the acquisition deal. The PCC wants to recommend interim measures to maintain good competition among the two TNCs. One of the interim measures is to suspend the acquisition deal and let Uber operate beyond their deadline of April 8th. That essentially means no deal until they say so. Quote, if our view does indicate that this transaction is going to substantially harm the riding public, then we will do our mandated of us to do, PCC Chairman Arisano said. And yeah, I know it's funky English, but that's how it's written. It should be noted this is from the Yahoo Philippines, so it's probably not the best translated article. But Uber opposed the idea, saying all their employees have already left their jobs in the company. I'll bet. Why would all the jobs be gone when the company can still operate for a couple more days? That doesn't make any sense. Uber also decided to exit from the Southeast Asia market and sell part of their assets to Grab. But Grab explained that there's still competition even if Uber has left the market, although not from the drivers who've been leaving comments on my channel. There isn't. They said there are still more options to choose from aside from the service of ride-sharing applications. Quote, the interim measure, depending on what they are, would mildly affect possibly the acquisition of drivers or the moving of drivers to Grab if they are still operating on the Uber platform, said Grab PH attorney head Brian Chu. Or Ku or Kao. I don't know, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board assured that there will be 3 new TNCs that may operate in the country very soon. The TNCs applying for registration are Hype, iPara, and GoLag. The LTFRB said the firms are just completing the requirements for operation. And, quote, if they can submit these now, next week, the certificate of accreditation may be released. The LTFRB said they're not imposing limitations on the number of TNCs that seek to operate in the country. It said they will accept as many as possible to boost the demand for ride-sharing applications like Uber. This is one of the big sensitive issues when it comes to regulation, because taxis have limits on how many taxis they can put on the road, because when they first came out, they congested the roads. Now we have Uber lifting the same thing, except the government seemed less interested in putting the cap. So, and one person said, we have no choice, only one is left. There is no competition. And the ones they said are coming, they're not here yet. They don't have a track record yet. Meanwhile, the LTFRB assured that the fares of Grab will not immediately increase since their application for fare hike needs to undergo a process, and also because they want to get out of this regulatory review before they do something like that. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense for them to raise the prices while they're being reviewed for anti-competition concerns. So anyway, the Philippine Competition Commission, which is the PCC, has officially recommended that the acquisition not go through. Will more aspects of the government, over there say the same thing? We're going to have to wait and find out. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. In the meantime, what do you guys think? Do you think this deal is going to go through? Do you think it's going to fall apart? I would love to know. comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a patron member for a little $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.